and welcome back to my channel, Abiding Farmhouse. I'm so glad you're here. So today's video is going to be a whole afternoon in the kitchen cooking. I've got some yummy recipes to share with you today. I've got 3 new ones actually that I'm sharing with y'all, and I'm super excited because they are delicious yet pretty simple to make. I mean, homemade bread, yeah, that takes a little bit of time to make, but the end result is so worth it when you get in there and just start baking. And I don't know, I find it fun to get in the kitchen and bake and try new things. I don't know, just anytime that I get in the kitchen to cook, I always feel like there's something new to learn. There's so many different ways to make bread and just, you know, everything. We can tweak it to suit our family and what we like and the flavors that we like. I mean, there's just so much to learn about cooking, so it can be fun and enjoyable if you want it to be. So anyway, I'm sharing 3 recipes with y'all today. The first one's going to be homemade bread. I'm going to share our dinner with you, which is homemade chicken enchiladas, and then third one is going to be homemade baked oatmeal. So good. This is the first time I've ever actually I did try to make this baked oatmeal one time before. It was a few years ago and it was a total failure. I'm not sure what I left off, what I done wrong, and I don't know, it was just one of those times I was like, well, that wasn't good, I'm not making it. So I pulled out the recipe again and I made it, y'all, and it was so good. Everybody loved it. The little kids actually didn't try any last night, but I've got some in the fridge. Like if anybody wants for breakfast in the morning or if they want it for a snack throughout today, I've still got leftovers of that. So anyway, I'm going to start off by showing you the first recipe that I made, which was homemade bread. This was actually wheat bread. I was thinking about doing white bread, but I decided to go ahead and go with wheat. I think I'll do white next time. I'll just kind of switch it back and forth and do both of those. I had some of you ask me about my mixer that I'm using. It's actually a Bosch mixer that Josh got me for Mother's Day 3 years ago. I used it a lot when he first got it, and then it's just so big on the counters that I ended up putting it up under my cabinet. I just put it in my cabinet, kind of stored it away back in the corner, forgot about it, used my KitchenAid mixer all the time. And then the other day I was baking and realized I couldn't find my little attachment, my dough hook attachment for our KitchenAid, so I pulled it out. And I'm so glad that I did, because I missed cooking with it or using it to mix up the dough and all of that, because it makes things so much easier. So I think I'm actually going to leave it out on my counters, at least for now, so that I can, when something is sitting out in front of me, I'm more likely to do some baking. I don't know if you're like that or not. If it's out in front of me, I'm more likely to use it than having to drag it out of the cabinet. So I think I'm going to leave that out for a little while so I can plan to make some more bread. I want to make some homemade cinnamon rolls and some homemade chocolate chip cookies. So that's my plans. Hopefully within the next week I'll get that done. Oh, and tonight I plan to make a French casserole. I think I'm going to do the overnight, like French casserole, French toast casserole. This is all the leftover bread that I have from yesterday. So if nobody eats on this throughout the day, which they may, I'm just going to chop it up tonight and probably do an overnight French toast casserole, and we can just heat that up in the morning tomorrow Saturday, and we usually have like a family breakfast, so we can use that and that'll be perfect. But anyway, that's enough chatting. If you're new to my channel, my name is Shasta. I'm homeschooling mom to 9 girls. Here on this channel, I love to share my passion for Christ, homeschooling, homemaking, recipes, all the things, all the day in the life mom things. So if any of that interests you, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it today. Anyway, let's just go ahead and hop straight into those recipes. Alright, so today I am making some homemade bread. So in here I already have 2 cups of warm water, a tablespoon of yeast, and just a pinch of sugar. I've been letting that sit for a little bit over 10 minutes till it's a little bubbly. Now I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients in, which is a 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and then 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Now we're going to start with 3 cups of flour, and we're going to combine all of that, and then we'll slowly add some more flour as we go. So 1. Alright, so now that we have enough flour added, we're going to knead the dough. So we're just going to put it on medium speed for about 4 to 5 minutes now.
So good. It looks so good.
Everybody wants to feel the dough. Feel the dough.
Oh, ew. It's nasty. It feels like slime.
All right, so I have my lightly greased bowl here with vegetables. So I'm gonna put this in here and turn it kind of on all sides, or I get a little bit of light grease on all of it. And then I'm gonna cover this with a towel and stick it in my warm oven that I'm gonna keep the light on. I preheated it for a few minutes, turn it off so that it'll be nice and warm in there, and we're gonna let it rise, I think for an hour, 1.5 hours. So we're gonna let it rise for 1.5 hours.
Mama, north.
All right, so it has risen beautifully. Now I'm just gonna take this out, cut it into 2 equal pieces, kind of roll it up into a log. I've already got my 2 bread pans greased over here. I'm gonna stick it in there and let it have a second rise. All right, so now it is almost evening time here. I'm getting ready to cook dinner, and I'm cooking something that I have not made in years. I am cooking chicken enchiladas, and I'm gonna show y'all the whole recipe. I'll link the recipe down below for y'all. It is super, super good. I just completely forgot about it, and Allie reminded me of this recipe earlier. And I was like, you know what? I have chicken in the fridge thawing right now, so I'm gonna do chicken enchilada. So first I am just boiling the chicken. Once this is done, we'll shred it up, and then I'll just show you how to layer everything and what to mix with it and all of that good stuff. Alright, so I've got my chicken all chopped up and ready to go. Alright, so I am doubling this recipe. So normally it calls for 2 cans cream of chicken, but I'm going to do 3 cans. I actually don't even have 4. So I'm hoping that 3 cans is going to work. So first I'm going to add that in here. Now we're going to add a little bit of chili powder and cumin to this. Now I'm adding in 3 cups of milk, and we're just going to heat this up. This is what we're going to be dipping our tortilla shells in. Actually, I'm going to go in about 2.5, not 3. Alright, so I'm just going to be using these white corn tortillas. So I'm going to show you how to layer this now. So you're going to take your corn tortilla, dip it in your soup mixture. Next is some of the chicken. And then this is cheddar cheese and mozzarella cheese. I'm just going to take some of this mixture and spread it over the top of the chicken now.
Oh my God.
Now we're going to add in some of these green chilies on top of that. And now we're going to add some of our soup mixture on top of this. And now we just repeat those steps until it's all done. So this is the part where we could put some like crushed corn chips on top. I don't have any, so we're just gonna stick it in the oven, bake it at 350 for 30 minutes. Look at this, y'all. It looks so good. All right, now I'm getting ready to do some baked oatmeal. The kids can have this for a snack tonight or for breakfast in the morning. This is a recipe that I've had for a really long time, my cookbook, that a sweet lady at church actually gave me a long time ago. So I'm gonna make her recipe now, and then like I said, we can eat it tonight for a snack or in the morning for breakfast. So first of all, we need 3 cups of oatmeal. We're gonna mix this together first. So I've got my oatmeal in there, my brown sugar, now a ½ teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of salt, and now 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And now we're gonna add in 2 eggs. Now 1 teaspoon of vanilla. We're gonna mix this together, and then we're gonna add in, let's see, 1 cup of milk. 1 cup of milk. All right, I've got my 9x13 dish here that I had in the oven melting the butter. So now I'm just gonna add our mixture to the top of the melted butter. Now we're gonna bake this at 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes.